Thank you everybody for joining us today. This video, you're probably going to be seeing it on Facebook and on YouTube. Greg and I are here to guide you on how you can take care of your health, for guys, naturally, without having to resort to necessarily a bunch of prescriptions of things that can sometimes have side effects. So my name is Tina Ceballos, this is Greg Barrow, and we're going to be showing you today what you can do to keep your favorite men's health top notch. So I'm going to start sharing this presentation with you. And please, if you're seeing this video on Facebook, feel free to leave your comments below. If you're seeing this video on YouTube, feel free as well to drop your comments below. Today is all about men's natural health and how you can support your healthy living with energy, vitality, and balance with doTERRA. All right, so let's go for the next slide. All right, so let's talk about the modern men's struggle. So modern men are really seeing their health really attacked by several factors. And that has to do with the amount of pollution in the air, the amount of pollution on your daily care system, household products, and also the pollution that you get through your screens. Men are suffering now with low energy levels, problems like erectile dysfunction, digestive discomfort, fat gaining, especially around the waist area. All of those like people saying like, oh, that's the beer belly. That's actually a lot of inflammation in the digestive tract. Poor sleep quality is a big one as well. It is recommended to have those 8 hours of sleep, but only few men are getting those 8 hours of sleep. Hidden hormone disruptor in your everyday products. A lot of these hormone disruptors will affect your healthy levels of testosterone, of being able to have a good cortisol, happy level that give you energy without making you feel more inflamed. And sometimes these problems are difficult for men to talk about because unfortunately, men aren't always taught of being like tough it up and just get over it, and that is a big problem. And I want to remind you that you're not alone and that you are not powerless about this. Okay, so now let's talk about a very important topic, which is men's mental health. So men's mental health matters. And mental health for men, it's something that, yes, more people are being more open, but we need to keep promoting this lifestyle hack or like help to all the men that surround us. This is some statistics, and this is over 6 million men suffer from depression every year in the United States. And less than half of them actually seek treatment or go to a therapist. And the suicide rates are nearly 4 times higher in men than in women. And this is something that I shared on my Instagram. And it's because talking about mental health and emotional health sometimes is easier for women than for men. Like for a lot of women, it's hard, but for men, it's harder, right? Right. Yes. Yeah. So when this happens, when mental health on men is not taken care of, your body will also suffer, your family will suffer. And this is something that we definitely, as women, especially if we are already into this healthy living lifestyle, we can serve as the liaison of healthy living with, with the men that we love. All right, so now let's go for the next one. So let's normalize self-care for men. It is a strength, not weakness. Many times we hear, oh my God, when a man takes too much care of himself, he is like, how do you call it, metrosexual, or like he's too much into himself. No, this is actually something very important. And taking care of yourself as men, it goes beyond just what you have outside and the colognes and the clothing. It has more about to do what is going on inside your body. Mental health for men is super important because it will affect your sleep, your digestion, your libido, your energy, and therefore your relationships. And there are natural tools that can actually help you with these kind of things, like, essential oils, lifestyle changes, proper nutrition, and proper and absorbable supplementation. And this is why Greg and I are doing this class today, because we know it is important that we bring this information to all the men out there. All right. So if your day will be perfect, right? How would you like to feel every day? We want to feel, right, the best that we can be. Men want to feel strong, and you want to feel strong in your body and in your decisions, especially if you are coming to home and then you're going to work. You want to be able to feel sharp in everything that you do and be your best self. You want to feel confident in the bedroom and in the boardroom, right? And in the mirror, you want to feel confident, because a man that is confident will also be of the best. You also be, yeah, you're such a good father, you're such a good partner, and you're so confident. And that's something that I really admire about Greg. Um, we want to feel energized with no afternoon crashes and no brain fog. Greg, how many cups of coffee you take a day?
Now, none, but up until January, I was probably drinking 4 to 6 cups of coffee before like 10 or 11 in the morning. And then I wouldn't have really caffeine after that, but I was pretty much doing the early coffee pretty heavy.
Yeah, so we were
Yeah.
doing early coffee, and Greg has already stopped drinking coffee, which is something that I am learning as well. So big kudos for you, because you don't do it anymore, and I still drink a cup of coffee here and there. Um, all right, another thing that you may want to do is you want to feel more relaxed, right? Less stress, more calm, and have better sleep. What is your way to taking care of how do you do with your aura ring?
With the sleep. So I read a book a long time ago. And at the end of the book, after reading all these tips, at the end of the day, it just said go to the bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. So I've been pretty much a 10 to 6 person ever since. And this aura ring that Nina was talking about just tracks while you're sleeping, your heart rate and all sorts of things. It's got a gyrometer in it. And at the end of the day, it just kind of lets me stay consistent, right? So whether this ring is perfect or not, it's another conversation, but I've been using it for over 4 years, and it just gives me that sort of check in that I'm sleeping consistently, every night. I try to be in bed by 9:30 to 10 o'clock.
Yes, and we are very aware of this. So, a couple of things you can do is also limiting the amount of screen time, blue light that you are exposing yourself before you go to bed. So if you go to bed with your phone, that is going to completely disrupt the way you're sleeping. All right, so you want to be focused on your goals, on your family, on your purpose. Having a purpose for a man is so important, right?
Mhm.
Like having the reason of it's just not waking up and going to work and then coming back and then just sleeping. You want to have a purpose for your life. And if your health is suffering, then finding your purpose is going to be very hard as well. You want to feel clear-minded, right? You want to get that brain fog. You want to be able to just feel not distracted. You don't want to feel anxious. And definitely, you want to stay connected to your partner, to your mission, and to yourself. This is all possible, and this is all possible with daily habits that actually support you. All right, so now let's find a way that we can start, because game plan, right? We want to see what I need to do. All right, I know how I want to feel. Okay, so now let's go step by step. So number one, you want to focus on your stress. You want to focus on your nutrition and your digestion. So everything starts at the gut. Everything will start with what you put inside your body. All right, so focusing on whole foods and limiting the amount of processed sugars and alcohol is going to be very important. Okay, I want to remind you that processed sugars will accelerate the aging processes in your body, because it will cause inflammation. And the same thing is with alcohol. So if you are a heavy drinker, I really suggest that you start taking care of these. If you want to stop drinking, please feel free to reach Greg. He is an awesome guide on this. If you want to just cut down, then please also do so. It's for the good of you and for your family. So cutting down on alcohol is a big one. And the same thing is with cigarettes, okay? They're focusing on whole foods. It's focusing on foods that look like regular foods. So if you're having a bunch of packaged food in your house, I would recommend that you start changing that for make meals that can be very simple. And there's now so many also services that can deliver food that is already made, but it's just whole foods, like Feed Foods here in Denver. And there are other services in Miami. I'll gladly send you some of those referrals as well. The next one is going to go for movement and metabolism. Men are not moving enough, sorry, but most men are not moving enough. And yes, women too, but we're having a metabolism like decrease in the United States because we spend too much time sitting down in front of a computer or driving. So you definitely want to get into that 3 to 4 hour baseline exercise per week. And what is your favorite exercise?
Yoga.
Yoga.
For 15 years has been yoga. But
Yeah.
I like to lift weights. I don't lift weights as much as I want to, but I try to do two weight workouts or 3 a week, and I'm picking that back up again. And then swimming is my other main one. But I just like to just be active.
Yes.
But the yoga is the first one for sure.
And the good thing about working out is that you're not only helping your body, getting stronger, but you're also helping your mind, because when you work out, you're able to, dissipate a lot of the stress of the day. So getting into that movement, it's a must. Then the next part is rest and stress management. Listen, the whole thing about I can go on 3 hours of sleep and then keep grinding, it's like, no, it's not cool. It's not good. It's not doing any good to yourself. Like, you want to have the quality of sleep. All right. Some people can do it on 6 hours. We recommend the 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And no, sleep doesn't mean that you're gonna go to bed. You're laying in bed. You actually need to close your eyes and sleep. So laying in bed is just a part of sleep. And his sleep hygiene also helps a lot. The sleep hygiene, such as taking a shower before going to bed, because you're going to be shedding a lot of your cells when you're in bed, changing your sheets at least once a week, and dropping the temperature in the room as well. So your actual metabolism can work on regulating your natural body's temperature, because that natural body temperature regulation actually helps your metabolism get kick-started. Then reducing the toxic load. This is a big one, and I am so glad that when we met, you had already started with that. So I didn't need to bring that into his life at all. His house was already pretty much toxin free, like impressively. So there are a lot of disruptors in your products, okay? And those disruptors are going to have a direct effect on your testosterone and in your fertility, all right? So if you are having trouble with these kind of things, I want you to take a look at what you have. That Barbasol, that Listerine, that, what are other products that men love that are super toxic?
Toothpaste, mouthwash, some food products, really.
Yeah.
Personal products.
Cologne.
Yeah.
Cologne is a big one. Then most of these products that you find on on the store, you go to Target, you go to Walmart, they are full of phthalates and PFAs, which will carry all of these endocrine disruptors into your life. And you want to eliminate them, we're going to show you how you're going to get rid of these. All right, then the next thing is informed self-care, which is investigate and ask questions, you guys. There is tons of books, there is tons of podcasts, really cool. I love Tim Ferriss, that's one of my favorites. Then, we follow guys as Dr. Mark Hyman, and there are like many other ways that you can start informing yourself on what are the best ways that you can, start getting rid of all of these things. But if you are not into podcasts and you just want something quick, then you can come to us and we'll gladly help you with this. All right. And yes, consider please being open to therapy, right? Being open to therapy is it's so important, because again, men are so taught through their entire lives to just toughen it up and don't talk about it. All right, so let's talk about foundations first. Okay, so tell me, this is the basic of your healthy living. All right, and foundations is supplementation that is actually absorbable by your body. All right. So the first thing that we do every day here in the house is our must is that we do the VMG, which is a multivitamin, multimineral that is super easy to have. You just take one envelope, you put it in a glass of water, mix it, and take it. That's it. It tastes like juice. It tastes like papaya, pineapple, mango and pineapple. It has all of the minerals, it has enzymes, it has probiotics, it has everything that your body needs, especially if you are not having enough of those greens in your life. This is a green drink. It is super easy to make. Don't recommend it to just save it. So you just make it and you take it internally. Then the next thing is going to be your omegas. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about why omegas are important, especially for men's health. But you want to take your omegas because these omegas, especially this was from doTERRA, they have the correct amount and balance of omega-3s, 6, and 9s. And most of our foods are very high on omega-6s, which are very inflammatory. So we want to make sure that we have an omega that is actually working in your favor and not just adding more omega-6s into your body. We don't eat enough raw fish in daily life, definitely here in Denver, we don't. So we definitely want to add that omega into your life. These omegas are also mixed with wild orange oil, so they don't taste like fish, and you can even chew them. That's your favorite way to take it?
Yeah,
Right?
chewing them, yeah.
Chewing them. Yes, they're just like a gusher. And then the next thing that we take is one PB Restore, and that is a probiotic with a postbiotic and a prebiotic. So most probiotics will die in your stomach, and you need your probiotics in your small intestine. So that's why we have the PB Restore, which is a double encapsulation supplement. It will have the probiotics are inside the capsule, and then they're covered by a prebiotic, which is the food that they need so they can stay healthy and living longer in your digestive tract. And then it has the postbiotic, which makes them again live longer in your digestive tract, stay there for longer where they are actually needed, right? So how long does it take us to do this?
So that's what I was going to show you. So like I've been on supplements for years, right? And even before the VMG Plus, the doTERRA supplements were 3 capsules, right? So I used to load up these little morning and night and have 10 of these at a time always around. And this is the greens product, which I had a separate one of those. This is a once a day versus twice a day, and it takes 3 minutes or less. I mean, it's stir it up, drink it, you're good. My 18-year-old son is supplement resistant, mainly because of the ritual of capsules and accounting and all that. And he's been steady on this for at least 2 months right now. So it's simple.
Yeah, it's simple. And that's why, having this easy routine is just doable, and it just fits at any time of your day. We like to take it with breakfast. We recommend it to take it definitely with a meal so you can have better absorption. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next one. All right, so this one is the energizing. And this one, I'm going to let you talk about this because you actually use it like way more than me. Like I do take the electrolytes when I work out, but you do how many sessions a week of yoga?
I do 5 or 6 that are almost always hot. So I lose a lot of minerals and vitamins and sweat a ton. So I've been using these. I use 2 of these a day typically at the same time. The same thing I mentioned before, I was on electrolytes for quite a while, and these things taste good. They're simple. If I'm not mistaken, they have more magnesium than the other ones that are out there that you guys might have heard of. But yeah, this thing has been a pretty much of a go-to for me. After yoga, that's when I pretty much hit it.
Yes, and so you have 2 flavors in this one, which is the strawberry. That's my favorite. He liked the lime better. So you have the strawberry one and the lime. These are a gel. So the difference with this one and other electrolytes that are powder is that when you open this one, you won't have the powder flying all over the place, which was a problem that we were having with I was having with the other electrolytes that we were taking before. They were high on sodium, but they didn't have enough potassium or magnesium. And these ones, for me, now I'm taking them before the workout. He takes them during the workout and after the workout. You definitely, especially if now that it's summertime, you're going to lose a lot of electrolytes, and that will cause muscle cramping. All right, so if you're cramping a lot, even if you don't work out, you're most likely low in magnesium and potassium, and the electrolyte recharge is going to take care of it. You just dissolve it in water. Then the next one is the Mito 2 Max, and this is like a pre-workout without caffeine. So this is what Luke takes, right?
Yeah, my son likes that one because he's not a big coffee drinker, thankfully, and he's not into other pre-workouts. He went through the pre-workout phase, which are pretty toxic, which we don't need to talk about. So he's a pretty heavy user of these. And I did mentioned that I went off of caffeine and coffee in January. I still drink black chai tea and things like that minimally, but this one is a good one for him because he's not that guy. He doesn't want to drink coffee anymore, which he was doing pre-workout. And that's kind of what he's been doing with these things.
Yeah, loving. And his son is super active. So he's a lacrosse player here in Denver. So the Mito 2 Max, it's a great way to, boost that energy, especially if you want to win out of the coffee or you don't want the jitters after the regular workouts.
Yeah.
Now, personally story, I used to, before I started doing all of this natural stuff, I used to take crazy, pre-workout. And you guys, so I used to take something called hydroxycut. Bad idea. And I had a pre-stroke of that, and I don't recommend it. So make sure that, if you want to have that boost of energy, this is a total natural, helpful, no side effects way to boost your energy, the Meta Power Mito 2 Max. And you take it like 20 minutes or 30 minutes before your workout, and you're going to be able to just like have a better, performance while you're doing it. Don't recommend to take it at nighttime, all right? Because if you're going to take it at nighttime, you're not going to be able to sleep that deep. This is all about that cellular energy and the stamina. And again, the Meta Power Recharge is all about your hydration for your peak performance. All right, so now let's talk about sleep. Sleep is super important because that is when your cells regenerate, all right? Sleeping is a must if you want to be able to have a healthy body, a healthy mind. So these are some of the recommendations that we have. Copaiba is great to calm the nervous system. If you have been experimenting with CBD, but you're not getting the results that you want, I recommend that you try with the Copaiba, the oil or the capsules. They have two presentations of these. It works in your nervous system to actually calm it down, and no, it doesn't have any type of hallucinogenic effects. Okay, this is actually more helpful than CBD, and it will also help with pain. Then the other option is to take the Serenity Restful Complex. It also comes as a capsule, and it comes as essential oil. This is a different formulation. The Serenity capsule with the essential oil is very different, but it has the same basics of vanilla and Hawaiian sandalwood and lavender oil. However, the Restful Complex, I love it. It has a potent mix of L-theanine and passion flower. It doesn't have any kind of, so it's not, melatonin. It doesn't have melatonin. Your body needs to produce its own melatonin. So this way you can, for example, diffuse the Serenity oil in your room and then take your Serenity capsules like 1 hour before sleep. We don't recommend this taking it if you're going to be driving or using heavy machinery, all right? The other one is Balance, and Balance, it's a beautiful oil that you can also diffuse in case you don't want to take any pill, but you just want something to make your room smell nice and to bring you a sense of calming. We always diffuse oils in the room, and my usually go-to is Serenity. But Balance is another option. It's a grounding effect. It has woodsy aromas. So if you're not into floral stuff and you want something like more musky, more woody, more like herbal, then definitely Balance is going to be able to help you. And also if you're studying, Balance is a great way to help you stay focused. If you don't want a diffuser, you can just take a couple of drops and put it on the soles of your feet, or even use it as a replacement of a cologne. Now let's talk about sex. Woohoo! All right, so this thing is so important, and that is why I wanted to bring you that omegas are so important for having a good performance in bed. All right, omegas help you have better blood flow down there. All right, so if you're having some issues, take your omegas. All right, if you're taking something from these, take these omegas. These are super important. They're yummy, they taste good, and they should be part of your daily diet. Then blood flow, stress reduction, and hormonal balance. This is why we're doing this slide about it. Oils that support sexual vitality, sandalwood, it's great, black pepper, and ylang ylang. Those are 3 oils that are going to really help getting things down there working. So the suggested protocol is diffusing 2 or 3 drops of these oils before intimacy in your bedroom. All right. And then you can also make a blend of these oils and with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, which is the coconut oil that, like it's the liquid part of coconut oil that doesn't get hard. It just always stays liquid. And you can rub that on your inner thighs and your lower abdomen. We've been playing with our own ecstasy, the essential oil blend that I have next to the bed, and it works amazing as well. So you can use natural as well. How do you call it? How do you call like things to like coconut oil? How do we call it? It's a lubricant. All right, so you can make your own natural lubricants, and they actually will help you stay healthy instead of bringing any kind of yeah, I will assume heavy dilution for black pepper. Yes, so you only need one drop. Okay, so yes, heavy dilution for black pepper. So you can use these as making your own lubricants. And if you want to have if you want to make your own lubricants, send me a text message, because I actually have a guide of natural lubricants made with essential oils that I have already made, and it's an awesome book for intimacy. So I'll gladly send it your way. All right, so now this detox your daily grooming in synthetic, the daily grooming. All right, so we talked about it. Synthetic fragrances are the equal of hormonal sabotage. So PFAs and phthalates. PFAs and phthalates are found in most commercial products, and they will throw off your testosterone. They will, and they will also mimic estrogen, extra estrogen in your body, and you don't need that as a guy, all right? Not as a girl, and definitely not as a guy. So these synthetic chemicals are found in colognes, in deodorants, and in lotions, and they're also linked to that endocrine disruption, fatigue, and fertility issues. All right, so we want to ditch those, and how we can ditch them and then replace them? Well, take a screenshot of this one, because here is a bunch of simple recipes that you can use every day. All right, and if you're like, oh, I don't know how to make it, then just get with the person that showed you this video, because most likely she was gonna help you to make them. All right, we are so good at do-it-yourself over here. Greg, you pretty much just use essential oils and coconut oil.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the coconut oil person. You just like everything is coconut oil, so it's awesome, and you always smell so good. So
Good.
that's great. All right, so just take a screenshot of this, and you're gonna have the recipe. Super easy to make. All right, so now let's make it easy. Here is your wellness game plan. All right, how you gonna get this started? First, you're gonna take care of your daily foundations. All right, so you're gonna take every day your BMG, your omegas, and your PB Restore. That's gonna make your tummy feel good. It's gonna make you feel energized. It's gonna make you feel vital. Then if you're going to be working out, you have a long day, and you're already also looking to get out of those jitters from caffeine, you're going to take your energy, Mighty 2 Max, once a day. And when you work out, you're going to take your Meta Power Recharge. Then for the sleeping, you want to take your 8 hours of sleep. You can choose any of the combos. You can do the Copaiba, or you can do the Serenity, or you can do the Balance. If you want to do them all together, that's fine. There is no kind of like bad interactions between them. You can do it all. Then sexual health, if you need that extra boost in the bedroom, remember the oils are ylang ylang, sandalwood. Those are the easiest ones, and you can also use these to make your own colognes or your own aftershave. All right, so this is how you're gonna make it. You're gonna do your non-toxic living, do yourself cologne and grooming, and remember you had the screenshot before. And if you need more recipes, feel free to reach out to me or to the person that showed you this video. All right, we have an add-on. All right, and this is an add-on that when I made this presentation, my friend was like, your tummy is missing. Like he was like, this is missing. All right, so collagen. How do we take the collagen?
How do we take it?
Yeah.
It's a powder, mix it up before we work out. And then if it's not a weight workout day, take it before bed. At 30 minutes after a meal to make sure it doesn't bind, right?
Yeah, 1 hour. 1 hour. So,
sorry.
All right, so this is where it comes, my nerdiness on my podcasting. I found this amazing information. So research shows that taking a good collagen will help you build better muscle, and have healthier ligament. All right, and this is research that is being done in several studies in California, universities in California. This one, the one done by Keith Barr at UC Davis, I read it and it's so awesome. And they're doing more and more studies about this. Now, not all collagens are made the same. So you want to make sure that you're getting a collagen that actually works. The best way to get a collagen is if you get a collagen that has a small chain. Because if the chain is smaller, then it's more absorbable by your body than if you take a large chain that is usually found in like bovine or chicken collagen. Marine collagen is a smaller chain that is more absorbable. All right. So if you want to get results, marine collagen is the go-to. Now, there are some marine collagens in the market that do not have enough regulation or testing. So you want to make sure also that you want to have a good collagen that actually has testing. The collagen that we take has 8 types of collagen, and check this out. Collagen 6, the type of 6, is the one that supports muscle function and cell membranes and inhibits cell apoptosis and oxidative stress. And then collagen type 9 strengthens cartilage, grows plates, joints, and invertebral discs. All right. These 2 collagens are inside the collagen that we take every single day. Which one is the Meta Power Advantage. This one is the presentation that comes lemon orange flavor, and I want you to check out. So this Vita Protein is one of the most popular ones, the one that you will get at Costco or Whole Foods. Look, it has only 2 types of collagen compared to the 9 types of collagen that we have in the Meta Power. And then these are other popular collagens in the market, and our collagen just stands out so high. It is so powerful. I recovered from hair loss. I'm recovering from a shoulder injury. It's one of the best things that you can put in your body. It's just not about just the skin. It's about your bones. It's about your muscles. It's about your tendons. So if you want to support that, you know that you need support, then this is something that you definitely want to have in your arsenal. All right, so super quick here is 1 hour away from a meal, or if you need support for ligament, it's 20 minutes before your workouts, all right? All right, so now let's talk about how you're gonna be able to get all of this. Super simple. When you have a doTERRA account, you get everything at 25% off. If you're watching this video and you already have a doTERRA account and you're buying those supplements from the store, I suggest that you get with the person that show you doTERRA to guide you through all of the supplements that we have that are actually higher quality than most of even the most famous brands. So remember that also you have a lot of perks when you have your doTERRA account. One is having the product of the month. When you have a rewards order, you'll get a Copaiba this month. It's going to be a 5 milliliter free Copaiba. So if you need that support for the sleep, you're going to be able to get it for free if you place your order of 125 points by May 15th or the 15th of every month. Then this month also, if you order, whether it's the first time or you order on a rewards order or whatever it is, if you order 150 PVs, you're going to get a free balance and a free vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, which you can also use again to make your own colognes and personal care products. Then you will also get when you sign up as a new customer. Let's say you don't have a doTERRA account and you're like, okay, I want to get a couple of these things for either me or for my father or my boyfriend or my husband or my brother, my friend, if you're an also friend. Whenever you get sign up with 100 PV, you will get a free lavender touch 10 milliliter, which is an already diluted version of lavender oil, and then you can apply it directly on your skin. If you start with a 200-point order, then you will get that lavender touch oil. You will also get a citrus bliss oil, which is something that I always diffuse here, especially after I cook. And you will get also a free diffuser. It's a win-win-win. And whenever you order 100 points or more, whether you are a current customer or you are a new customer, the shipping is free. Okay, free shipping, which is always something good. All right. So those are the perks that you get when you have your doTERRA account, whether with us or with the person that showed you this video. All right. So are you ready to feel like yourself again? Yes. All right, so get in touch with the wellness advocate who invited you to this call or share this video with you, and they will help you customize your wellness kit. They will help you access the current promos, and they will answer your questions about how to use and show you the results and testimonials. All right, so remember that if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or the person that sent you this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, just place your comments below. If you're watching this on Facebook, also place your comments below. I'm going to stop the recording now and stop sharing, and so I can take the questions here in our live Zoom. Remember, we're always teaching classes on live Zoom if you want your questions answered right away. All right.